Hello and welcome to my fellow parents. This is Sandra, your parent and self-leadership coach with Self-Balance Solutions. And I'm here today just to talk a little bit more about our parenting approach. When our kids misbehave, I really try to get us parents to go beyond what's in front of us and start to address our parenting techniques and our strategies at their core. My work consistently reinforces for me that what this all comes down to is understanding our parenting approach. What is our style? How are we engaging? How are we showing up? Using the lens of understanding ourself first. And by that I specifically mean our self-leadership. This point in the year, we're about midway through, and it's a time where I enjoy because it's warm. There's vitamin D's in the air, kind of getting me, I know, even more inspired and energized. And also reinforces for me that there's no time like the present. It's never too late to really start tapping into what's going to make our family feel great. What's going to make you feel great as a parent. I really want to support you and other like-minded parents in accessing the tools that have our children looking to make better choices for themselves, already tapping into kind of an internal drive to want to do the right things, to feel like they're invested members of the family. And the key to that is, in order to address the behaviors of our children, we must be willing to address our own. We need to get to the emotions behind the behaviors that ruffle us up, that trigger us. So we need to get to our emotions behind those things, and then the thoughts and the beliefs behind those emotions of ours. And I want you to remember this, and I say this quite a bit in different ways, that what we think impacts how we feel, and how we feel impacts how we behave. So my question to you is, how are we, the parent, behaving? You know, to parent from a more aware, a more conscious, a more mindful place will certainly not happen overnight. It's something that takes an incredible amount of time, practice, and a whole lot of trial and error. And even I, as a coach, this is my work, this is my world. I have to walk my talk every day. I even have my days when I need to reassess and try again because I fumbled, because I messed it up. And this thing that we call parenting truly is a journey that asks us to make some real commitments, to actually look internally and to draw from within us first. It is critical to recognize that our children have their choices and that they're in control of themselves, and that often therein lies the rub between us wanting to control them and them wanting to take control over their own little world. And so even us as their parents, right, needing to recognize that, we don't have control over them, but instead can guide, can usher, can cheerlead, can champion them. The only thing we can truly work on as parents is ourselves and the way that we show up to our kids. So my questions to you to sit with and reflect in this brief video is, how do we engage our kids? How do we connect with them? How do we motivate them? How do we spend time with them? How do we manage the struggles and the challenges with them? How do we react to the tantrums, to the meltdowns, to the outbursts? And lastly, how do we set the tone? When we parent from a place of self-awareness and self-leadership, we instantly shift the tone and the atmosphere of our family's dynamics and the communication. You might be asking yourself, why leadership? Why do I use that word a lot? Because it's this type of thinking and this type of attitude and this type of approach and perspective that will have us positively engaging with our children. You know, when we take ownership and responsibility for the way we inspire our family, the way we champion them, the way we cheerlead them, for their efforts, for their intentions behind things, for their ideas and their successes, and that we recognize that we have the power to create a connected and engaged family. And so it's by taking ownership of our role and our leadership in the home that we really do foster the type of the cooperation, the collaboration, the positive energy that we're seeking in our family. And it's this type of investment and sense of responsibility, both for ourselves and that our children, that will start cultivating a new dynamic. So I ask that today, with this message, you stay motivated, you stay inspired and energized, and that I ask you to take my invitation to parent differently. I have much that I offer in when I work with my clients. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me at sandra@selfbalanceSolutions.com. You can check out my website for the work that I do on a self-assessment that I have. That's around parenting styles and approaches, on my Mindful Parent series, for even the options and opportunities to work with fellow parents in a group. If you've got someone or other fellow friends with whom you think would be really benefit and you want to engage with each other in a group atmosphere, by all means. I'm here to work with you. I'm here to help make it work. And I wish you an inspired and motivated, different day.